Good morning, everybody. I am back here to work again on my page. I saw Rachel had put up her next section for the page 1. And so let's just get it out. I put up a video showing how I changed the shape of my rabbit's face because it just looked a bit too long when I saw it on the video. Sometimes you don't, when you're looking here, you can get a different perspective when you see it on a video. So anyway, I thought, oh, I haven't done that yet. I put another little green circle here too. I thought I might do that. But I'm still not 100% sure. But today we're doing embroidery work, which is lovely. I've been looking forward to this part. This is where my rabbit gets to get his features. Okay, so what I want to do is pick out some colours, and I'm thinking browns. I'm not really a brown kind of person. So it's either going to be browns, which probably more appropriate, or greys, but I don't even think I have any greys. Let me have a look. I have that, and that's a brown. That's like a taupe, isn't it? So there's that, but I've also got, I don't really, I've only got one grey. So it's not going to be grey. Let's put that back. It's going to be brown or something along that line. I'm just seeing what I've got here. What's that? Is it the same? It's a little bit thinner, but it's a bit too shiny, that one. So I have, I've got a green over here I need to put away. Okay, so brown. They're not very nice colours, but I'm trying to work with what I've got. So I could use a bit of that. And I could use a bit of that. That. That could work. Would have been nice to have one in between those two, but I don't have it, so we're just gonna, yeah. No, okay, well that's what we're going to work with. What's that from? Put it over there. Okay, so put that to the side. I may start with a bit of that one, I think. Okay. And I've been looking forward to doing this, but I've never really done what I'm going to do before. It may or may not look all right. I mean, been inspired by a piece of work I saw on Pinterest, and I will put a link to that piece in the description box, but off the top of my head I cannot remember the lady's name, but I'll put it in the description box below. And it's inspired by her. Hers was 3D, it was like a full model, but this of course is a flat image, so it will be different. Okay, here goes. So basically it's going to be quite messy, but I really like the look of it, and all going well, it should work out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the ears, and I'm just going to, and I'm going to have to do quite small stitches, I think. Haphazardly do like small seed stitches. No rhyme or reason to them. And they don't have to be all together. It's not to fill in the whole spot. It's just to kind of give her a more textural look. Like that. And so I'm going to go around the rabbit and do this in various places. Like, it won't be fully all the way around. I'm going to do that and then I'll be back. Alright, so I've done that. I added a few longer stitches here as well, and a couple of tiny French knots around the nose area. I do need to have a little play with the eye, but I may pencil that in first, just so I get a good idea of where I want to put it. Okay. And I kind of want to, I don't want it looking angry or anything like that. So, alright, we'll start with like a circle, I'm thinking. Okay, so just penciled that in, and we'll see how we go from there. And I want to put a little bit of this colour around there, but not all of it. So and I'm just doing rough stitches. I don't, they're just, I'm just doing stitches. I'm not quite sure whether you'd call them any particular stitch, because I'm just putting them where I think they should go, because it's not meant to be a tidy piece, this one. And I'll add other colours in with this, because I know this looks fairly dark at the moment. I mean, well, it doesn't look dark enough, it kind of looks a bit light for features, but I just want to get the basics down first. And then add other colours to it. Okay, we'll start with that. Okay, let's change colour before I end up doing it all this colour. Right. Okay. Add a bit of this, although that looks really light now, doesn't it? But that's okay, I can come in with the darker colour. And I was thinking I may add that bit of grey that I've got, but just like in single strands perhaps. What's that? Is that grey? No, that's more blue. It's like a steel colour, isn't it? Just in single strands at the end. When I add this one, it may be alright. We'll see. What am I doing? I'm adding this one. Okay. Oops. And I was doing some stitching yesterday as well. Oh, I can't see. I tell you, this light, my son bought me this light and it's got a magnifying glass in it. And I love it. Okay. It's a bit squeaky, but I don't mind. It does a good job. Okay. Yes, I was saying did some stitching yesterday. Sarah has the most beautiful pincushion. And she told us where to find it. And it's really actually a very, very basic kind of pincushion, but it's the slow stitch on it that makes it beautiful. And it's lovely because it's really long. It's like, it reminds me of the old draft stoppers you put at doors. My mum still has one of those. And so I started stitching it. Where is it? Here it is. That's what it's like. It's all stitched together and ready to go, but I don't quite have enough walnut shell to put in it, so I need to get a bit more walnut shell because I've probably got enough to fill it to there, but I won't have enough to do the whole lot, so I don't want to start filling it until I've got enough. So there we go. And so this will face me, but I've left lots of blank areas to actually put my pins in. And this I think will be just for my pins because I have a lot of pins and they're all in different spots, or they're still still in containers and things like that. And then just keep this one for my needles. So that's what I was doing yesterday, or part of yesterday. I was out half the day. Okay, so what are we doing now? We're going to add some stitches with this, and that's going to be pretty much a similar sort of thing, but just doing odd stitches here and there, giving it more character and texture, like it's fur. And combining it with the little brown ones, and hopefully it will start to look okay. So just, you know, going around and doing the same sort of thing. These are slightly bigger stitches than the little ones here, so I will keep doing that and then I'll come back and show you. So I found I had this one in my stash, which is a creamy colour cotton. So I added a little bit of that to it as well. It's got a slight sheen, but I think that's okay. And now I've got the middle colour that I chose. So we had those two there. I've used that one, so I'm using this one now, and I've got two strands. I'm going to try and get a little bit more definition around the eye, if I can, without... we'll see. Let's have a look. I kind of want to open the eye up a little bit, so it doesn't look angry or anything like that. It looks really, really messy, but that's the whole point of it. And I honestly don't know whether it will look any good in the end. I'm just going to have to wait and see. That's all I can do. Like that. Kind of want, and all I'm doing is going in and out with the thread. I'm just doing stitches. And where I want it thicker, I'm just doing more than one. Going through quite a few layers of fabric now. Got the back layer, then we've got this layer, and I've got this layer, and then I've got 2 layers here. And I'll add some of that grey around the eye to darken it as well. And I'll probably come back and add bits. Oops. Keeps getting caught on that pin there. I need a smaller one in there. Okay. That might be easier. So I'm just going to keep doing this until I'm quite happy, because it could take quite some time. And I'll also, where's it gone? I'll also, once I've added enough of this, come back with some of the grey, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've done quite a bit of stitching there. I'm not sure. It's more of a distance thing, I think. I do intend to soften this line here just a little bit, but I needed some kind of definition between the two ears. So that's all done with just little straight stitches and just the tiny French knots near the nose here. But now what I want to do is do some loose stitches, and I need to get some threads for that. And I guess you could say they're like a little bit like turkey work, but I don't know if I can do them the same way as that. I may need to put some sort of knot in them so they don't come out. Because it won't be all bunched together like turkey work. So I'll just have to make something up as I go along to get the look I want. Sorry about that, I should be prepared. I'll just thread some needles up. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 needles threaded up. And I'm just... okay, let's have a look here. I could start with this one. And I haven't knotted the ends of them because I kind of need, I think this is what I need to do. I need to like take it in from the front. I may need to start there. Take it in from the front and then do a little stitch at the back like that, and then bring it back out at the front. And I'm just guessing here, I really am, because I want them, you know, hanging down like that. So what I'm going to do is just trim that now and do the same thing, like go in like that. I can trim them to the right length once I'm finished. Do a little stitch at the back and then come back out like that, and then trim. And what I'm going to do is I'll do a section like that, and then I'll come back and add another color to it. And I'm just going to go all around the rabbit in various places and do that with different threads. And I'll come back before I trim it all up and show you, because I'm still trying to work out how it's going to look. So I hope it works. Okay, this looks really scary, doesn't it? This is all the threads I've put on so far. Not trimmed yet, obviously. I have to admit, I'm a little bit worried. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but all I can do, I mean, I can always just cut them off if it doesn't look any good. I just wanted to try it. And it's good to try things outside of your comfort zone. Just have a bit of fun sometimes. So, I don't know where to start, to be honest. I guess it would be best to start at the top rather than the bottom. I don't know. Or maybe like that. If I do that, I might use these ones for this. So let's just, and it's not meant to look pristine and neat and tidy. It's meant to be a little bit haphazard and all over the place. So I don't want to just cut straight lines because that might look a bit silly. So what I might do is just start cutting and not really think about having anything even. And then I can always add or take away as I go along. I think I want some of these a bit longer at the front there. So this might take a little bit of time. Yeah, this is going to take a while. So I'll go and I'll start trimming all the pieces up, and we'll see. I'll see what we come up with. Obviously, I want the little eyelashes shorter than what they are. I kind of like them a little bit long. I don't know where I'm going there, but they're kind of cute. So I'll just go and I shall have a little play and see where I come up with. And so much for starting down the bottom, because now I'm up here. So, okay, I'll see you when I get back. There we go. I have chopped and chopped and chopped and fiddled and fussed, and I'm leaving it like that for the time being. That's what it looks like. I think it's definitely like a distance. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the flowers now. Bullion knots, I think that's what they were. I've stitched this little one on as well. I think I used a different thread than that one, but it doesn't matter. So we're doing bullion knots. In the center of those. Oh, what have I got here? I think that's too dark. Oh no, that might be all right. I can handle a bit of darkness now because of the weight of this. I still have to fiddle around with the eye a bit, I think, because I don't want it to look like it's crying or anything, but I do love the wispiness of the eyelashes, so I'll just leave it for the time being. All right, I can do the pink on the pink, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing the little flowers now. I've just had to go back to Rachel's video and double check I'm doing it right. So you come out on the outside, and I've done a little circle on the inside like she did in there, like, is that right? It doesn't look right. So you've got to kind of go like this. I know how to do them, I just have to remember how to do them. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? But you've got to do that, like that, and then I've got 6 strands here. I don't know. Oh, I didn't want to use this thread, did I? Because that's going to be, oh, no, no, no. Okay, I'm not going to use that thread at all. I've got this lovely variegated one. It's only fine, but that's okay. And I like using this. It's new, sort of, to me, so I like using this. All right, let's try that again. Where am I going to start? Let's start here. So I'm going to have it a little bit out from the edge of the circle, and I think you go like that, and like that, and then and this is going to take a bit because it's quite fine. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think there's like, whoops, 21 there. I could have even put a little bit more on, but that's okay. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's fine. And so, like that, I'm just going to go around and keep doing that. So it's up on there. I have to remind myself. Oh dear. Okay. How am I going to work out? Okay, go there. All right. In there. Oops. Out there. This is where it pays to have different thicknesses of threads, I guess, but I'm just using what I've got. Just like that. And I'll keep going and I'll do all my flowers. This one, I wonder what, because I want the rabbit to be the main feature on the page. I'm trying to, I don't have, oh, I do have a green, but it's not a variegated green. I think it's far too bright. So for these, I will more than likely use, yes, it probably have to be that one. I do have, oh, it's too thick, it's far too thick. Well, I've got that one. That one's lovely, and that's the same colour, but it'll get lost. It needs to have something a little bit darker on that, although that's too close to that. Oh my goodness. What about this? That's a darker one. It's an aqua. No. Can't I just use the pink on that as well? No. Maybe I've got a different colour pink I can use. really soft pink that might look nice on it. It's too babyish, isn't it? What about that one? That one might do. Okay, I'll use that one. I still got other flowers I want to do on it too, so it's okay. What? No. I'll put that away in a minute. Okay, I'll be back when I've done all the flowers. And so I'm just doing some little feather stitches on the leaves there, and I've just come up at the top, and it's just a matter of doing that. So I came up here, my thread's gone around, I've put my needle in here and back up here, then you pull it and it makes a little V shape. Then you turn the fabric, and I tend to go almost opposite where I've just come out, put my needle in there and then come out like that and pull it through again, and that will make a little V on the opposite side. And then turn the fabric and keep doing that. Rachel and Sarah have both shown how to do this. I just think it's nice to see different people do things because everybody's a little bit different. Like that. I think that's quite nice. Just adds nice texture to that leaf. How many more? That, yeah, I think that's it there. Oops, getting tangled, and then just finish it off like that. Okay, this part here is still kind of annoying me. I still haven't done the green ones. I'm not sure I'll use the bullion knot on the green ones. I think I might just, maybe I could do some daisy stitching on the green ones. But I need the right kind of colour. I'm not sure what, oh, did I say I was going to use that one? Maybe I'll use, I can't remember what I was going to do. Just use that. Oh no, is that the same? That's different. Maybe that's what I was going to use. I think it is. I think that's what I was going to use. Okay, let's have a go. We'll use this one. And I can probably keep it quite thick. I'm doing the Lazy Daisy stitch, and although I've marked a little circle in the middle of this green fabric, I don't think it matters to, it will be covered. So I've come out in the middle, close to the middle, I'm going back in, and I have terrible time making sure I get the spacing right on these ones. So it's not like at a right angle, it's slightly above. I'm bringing my needle up just before the edge of the green. Oh, it's going through a lot of layers, this one. And then what I'm doing with the ember is I'm taking it over the edge of the green. So I've got a little a tail piece there, and that's how I'm going to do the green ones. And I may come back and add another colour on the inside of them, and maybe a stitch in the center, we'll see, but I think that will look quite nice. So I'll go ahead and do those two, and then I'll be back. And I'm back, and what was I doing? Oh, okay. flowers there. I did do 2 colours in that one, but only, you can only just tell. I didn't want it to contrast too much because I didn't want it looking too carnival, you know. I added a little bit more loose, like shaggy stitching around the ears there and there. I'm going to try and do something with this because it's been annoying me for such a long time now, and I'm not sure if what I'm going to do is going to work, but I'm going to have a try. And then that might be it for this video. I think we're still embellishing a little bit next week, so I'm thinking buttons and beads and anything like that. Plus I still want a little bit, perhaps a little bit more embroidery here. And I was thinking of maybe putting a little bit of lace on the front of the rabbit, or I don't know. I'll have to look at it for a while, I think. So what I've done is I've come up under the lace there, and I'm going to try and pinch that middle part and see if that helps it on my eyes, because very similar to what I did here, I guess. But I don't know if it's going to work. It's just, it annoys me that it, with the way it looks at the moment. And then, can I do it here, I wonder, as well? I mean, I think either Rachel or Sarah both said, you know, you can fuss with these things and play with them forever, but when do you stop? Ow, got myself. So I'm coming up like that under in the middle, and then kind of lifting that up, and there's the stitch there that just came out, so I'm taking it back down in the same spot in the hope that it will just pinch it like that. And that way I could add a few flowers perhaps as well, embroidered little flowers, because I did want some smaller flowers, not just these ones, but it might look a bit too much because the rabbit's quite fussy. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing that, and then I'll come and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I did that and I like it, but then I didn't like the blue there. And the blue, you know, it's okay. So what I've done is I've cut a little bit more of the fabric, one of the flowers off the edge, and I've put it underneath that bit of lace so it covers the blue. And then I've put it under this little bit of tassel here that I made, fringing, sorry. And I'm going to sew that on, and I quite like the way that looks. But because that sort of goes across like that and down there, what I might do here is just put some little French knots down here in this off-white colour, just to kind of make it sit right with my eye. Yeah, I mean, we've got this lump of yellow here, but that doesn't bother me as much as the darker blue was bothering me, and the straightness of the lace. So that's what the lace looks like now. Yeah. Goodness. I like to make work for myself, don't I? So that's what it's, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew this on probably the same way that I've sewed the flowers on, just that overcast stitch onto there. And I may be able to do some stitching on the flowers then. That's a good idea, but I'll show you that in the next video anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed the embroidery part for today. I'm quite enjoying this project that the ladies have put together for us. It's certainly a learning thing for me. I'm learning a lot as I'm going along, so I really appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.